Yeah.
All right, you guys, thank you so
Share.
much for hopping on today. This is our team huddle, and what we really wanted to really kind of go over is this is our busiest time of the year. This is setting us up for everything. So our biggest season can be December. Like I've been having a really good December. If you are taking really good care of your clients, my referrals are coming in, which is pretty amazing. And if you're just still planting seeds because you're new, just keep planting those seeds. You'll have your referral season maybe in January. So don't let that go, deplete that. So then February is a shorter month. So that is, can be strong and can be as strong as January. But guys, March, oh my gosh, so good, because that's when everybody's finally like, well, what I did didn't work. And they're like so disgusted with themselves. They've given up, and they've watched the people who are on our program melt, right? And get their health together. So what I would love to hear is everybody, I want you guys, we'll do a popcorn and give like a minute on like how Optavia has changed your life. So I'm gonna popcorn first. I'm gonna popcorn Dawn.
Who did you say?
You.
Oh, okay. Because when you snapped, I couldn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn.
All right. Well, thank you. My gosh, my life, it's so much more than weight loss. It has changed so much. I mean, I moved. I bought a house that I never thought I would be able to buy because we were mortgage poor in our other house, which made us live paycheck to paycheck. I was working 4 jobs and still living paycheck to paycheck. So I was able to get myself out of that situation, ended up buying my son a house right down the street that I fully support. I'm not proud of it, but I fully support that. Was able to help my daughter, was able to start saving for my future, because 7 years ago, I didn't know what was going to happen to me when the doctor I work for retires. So I now have the answer to that. Like, I think I told Melody that I was probably going to go on welfare and live with one of my kids. And I don't see that in my future anymore. So what it's done for me, plus, hold on, I was a yo-yoer. So for me, I did a lot of good diets and I lost a lot of weight, but the weight always came back within 2 years. So coming upon 7 years now, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm so much closer to where I want to be than where I came from. And that's because of coaching. Like, I remember the one thing Melody said, I was a very difficult client. I'm not proud of that either, but, and every time I get one, I think of me. But the one thing Melody said to me that stuck with me was I would be 5 times more likely to be successful if I paid it forward. And I remember telling her at that time, no, I'm not interested. No, 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 no. So 4 months into my program, I was just thinking about me. And my daughter, who her and I started things same day. I was down 40 pounds. She was up 8. And she said to me, Mom, I want to do what you're doing. And there was that little melody on my shoulder saying, if you pay it forward, you're more likely to. And I thought, what if? And that's, the rest is history from there. So thank you for being you, Melody, because having a client like me, where you're not open to anything and you still got that in, like I always say, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid. And I remembered her saying that, and that has changed my life so much. So thank you. I love it.
You're welcome. Hey, I just want to, before she popcorn somebody, I just want to say, she was holding 4 jobs. She was She had a tanning salon, she had the doctor's office, she was teaching, she was busy all the time. So these people that say that they're super busy, coaching changed everything for her. And when, seriously, I have a pension for UPS. And so when I asked her what she was going to do, like, do you have a retirement? What are you going to do? And she told me, I'm probably going to live with my kids and I'll end up on welfare. That really literally blew my mind, because since I work at UPS, I forget that people don't have pensions. And they do work till they can't do anything else. Like the Walmart greeters, they're not really greeting because they really want to. They need extra income. So
That was going to be me.
yeah,
Except my goal was to do it in Disney.
yeah.
I was serious, like dead serious. I figured I would work until I died. All right, Jennifer, you're next to me. So Jennifer Sagarini, go girl.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So really, I just want to like backtrack as to why we're actually sharing these popcorns and like what happened for you, right? So what I heard was that you avoided welfare. You actually have purchased another home for a child of yours. And you said not proud, but you're actually able to foot the mortgage for that. You said most importantly, your yo-yo dieting, has been, what's the word? Like it's at this like homeostasis, right? Like it's non-existent, and it's because of coaching. Okay. So the reason why this is important is because when we're sharing with other people, it's super important. And I don't know if you heard this on the training this weekend, that we speak with passion. Okay. So there are some of us that have a really, like we toil in our head about how to share, and you feel like, well, it's not my story. So then how can you connect? This is how you connect. And you use the words, let me tell you the story about my friend Dawn. She avoided welfare. She thought she was going to work till she died. She actually just bought her child a home that she pays the mortgage for, and she avoided yo-yo dieting. So listen, what you just told me about being scared that you don't have a retirement and a pension, I get you. I can't wait for you to meet Dawn, because we do this group coaching. She'll share her story. I mean, it's really compelling, and girl, you can do this. Okay, so I just took Dawn's story and shared it, I think, with some passion as to why the person I'm doing a health assessment could do this program. Okay, so I don't need my story, because guess what? My 170,000-pound weight loss story doesn't resonate with everyone. Okay, so these popcorns are just to give you, like, so you know who's on your team, so that you can say, let me tell you this story. Okay, go ahead and popcorn the next person.
Yeah, when I started, I was in a really dark place. I was really stuck, and I felt stuck not only like in my body, but like kind of like in my marriage and in the home. I was just, I had a young baby, so I don't know, when you're nursing, you just feel like a pair of boobs, that's all I was, and even in my pictures, that's all I was. And I was waddling, and I couldn't keep up with my kids. And it was just a really dark, depressing time. And I wasn't a good wife to my husband. I was upset all the time. And I'd just be like, yeah, well, I didn't clean today. I didn't do this, or unmotivated, nothing. My knees would always click when I would climb stairs. Just I couldn't fit into anything anymore. I didn't even like pants. I didn't even wear anymore. I was just wearing skirts. I just couldn't wear pants. And anyways, now I don't have knee pain. I'm off, blood pressure meds. I thought I was going to have a heart attack and die, or get diabetes, and I haven't gotten it yet. So, it's been amazing, just this transformation, and freeing too, just the income that comes in with it too. Even my mom was saying just the other day, she's like, it's so nice seeing you, upgrade your clothes. I think ever since you've had the kids, and I have a 7-year-old, you haven't updated your clothes in forever. So I always put everybody else ahead of me, and now I can actually kind of focus on me a bit more. And I just feel better like mentally, physically, and everything. And it's just so much has improved since last year. I was just in a really, really bad place. So that's what Optavia has done for me. And I don't want anybody ever feeling like I felt, you know. So that's why I like to pass it on forward, and I want to keep with my journey. So
You lost 100 pounds.
I've lost
And
120.
I love that you don't mention that. And I lost 100. So I heard, well, does somebody want to give me a synapse of what you heard and how you would share? That might be helpful. How would you share Jen's story with passion? What did you take away?
She's my client, so I'm not going to share. One of you guys is going to have to do that. So
I'll share. So my girl Jen, like she lost 100 pounds on this program, but the 100 pounds is just the tip of everything that she has accomplished. She can walk upstairs again. Her knees aren't knocking. She has energy to play with her kids now. She has more confidence in who she is. She can manage her life and is a better wife, a better mother, and she just is loving life right now. And she has it all to thanks to Optavia.
Great highlights. Love the enthusiasm. Great passion behind that.
All right, I'll popcorn. Dina.
Hello. So I actually resonate with both of you. I had a little bit of both of your stories in mine here, but I wanted to start with financially. And I think the biggest thing that I've gotten is not necessarily a ton of money in my bank account, like that's whatever, but as far as like becoming financially responsible, it was something I always knew I needed to do, but wasn't really taught how. And so I've gotten that education through our trainings and our mentorship, and just like I said, becoming more responsible financially. My husband and I have taken some very big steps to build the financial security that we never did before. One of them was moving out of state to save for a house. So hopefully we plan to buy a house next year. So we're saving for that now, which we couldn't even figure out how to do that before. So for me, the biggest part has been, on that financial side. Also, after I had my youngest child, I loved my job. I loved it, but I didn't love it with kids and I didn't want to go back. And I went into a deep depression because I knew that I wasn't going to go back, but I didn't know how. So another thing I really wanted to do was breastfeed. I breastfed my first one, but it was wonky and difficult and complicated. And I wanted a better breastfeeding relationship the second time around. So part of that was not going back to work because pumping is difficult and takes a toll. So I knew I wanted to be home longer. Health wise, I was able to produce plenty of milk and breastfeed exclusively, which I wasn't able to do the first time around. And I never went back to my job because when I started to add up childcare expenses and what it would cost for a nanny and, everything added in, there wasn't a whole lot left at the end of the day. So I was able to replace that very quickly with my Optavia income. So that's what I got.
All right. Who wants to capsulate that one? That was great. Thank you for that share.
go ahead, Jen.
Well, I felt that I had to pump, so I know that how important it is to be able to breastfeed and have that connection with your kids is huge. So my girl Dina, she didn't mention her weight loss, how much she lost, but that financial freedom that she got from doing this has allowed her that time to be with her kids and to now explore having a home when it wasn't possible before. And that's huge. That is amazing. And congratulations to that, by the way.
Isn't that the dream?
It is the American dream. Being home with your kids.
And I went to architecture school and graduated with this huge debt and was not able to buy a house or have a house of my own.
Have you paid off the school loan?
Say hi. There he is. They're not ready yet. No.
No, okay.
All right. So you heard the takeaways about breastfeeding and wanting to stay with the babies. I heard some different things, but then that's obviously because of where I'm at in my life. So does somebody else want to share? Because there was more to that story.
I want to
Or
say,
Mel, did
I'm going to say what I heard was that she didn't know how to handle money, and being in this quality mentorship helped her to focus not only on her health, but on the mindset and the finances so that she could produce the freedom that she wanted. And so she was able to understand that, well, my best step is to move out of state so that I can save. And it makes it easier for me to stay home, have that connection with my kids while I am saving for that house. Things that we don't, when we are like just running by the seat of our pants, we don't have time for mentorship. We don't have time to do anything but just pay bills. And we're just like struggling every single month. And so just to know that she could be home with her kids and be present, because otherwise she was going to be at work, worried about the bills, still not making everything, not where she wanted to be, and probably stuck in the state that she didn't want to be stuck in because she was chained to her job. So I see all of that as just like giving her that freedom to and then to being able to breastfeed exclusively. And my daughter's 7, so I understand that whole thing. I connect on that level too, because that is a bond. And when you are at work all day long, you don't have that bond, and that's very special when you're a mom. So that's some of the stuff but just really like the whole community part of it, that mentorship changes everything about you.
Right. So I want to comment on behind that, right? So we move to a new state. We seek out a new financial opportunity. Doesn't that take an extreme amount of courage and bravery, where some people, you guys have seen that statistic, don't ever move 5 miles out of the radius of where they grew up in? So to then grow the confidence within you and the gumption to be like, okay, this is the goal and this is where I'm going to go. This is an extreme amount of courage and bravery that has been created, right, by being in a growth-oriented environment. Okay, so let me just ask you this. Jennifer Segarini, if you were talking to somebody that was telling you like, listen, I really have a great job, I've been there forever, but it's just not fulfilling for me. And honestly, like, I'm just going to work till I die. I think, like, I just don't know what else is out there for me. So, what you do just looks so fun. And I see you lost 100 pounds and like, girl, I want that. What would you say to me?
Well, I already have 2 great examples with Dina and Dawn. They both were feeling that same, being stuck. And now
So tell me how being like, well, let me tell you this story. Like, girl, I have a story for you. So like, how would you share that?
I really don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not really great with that.
That's okay. And that's why we're doing this, because this will help you. Listen, this is exactly why we're doing this, because if you don't know, you will not approach and you will not say this in your conversation. Right? So it's good we practice together.
So here, can I give you like, here's a start, because I know we do this a lot. You hear me say this a lot. Oh my gosh, girl, if I could show you a way around that to get your way out of that, would you be interested? Because I have some examples that I think you would really relate to. So what you're going to do is get that kind of permission to share that story, right? So you're asking like, so do you think if there was a way that you could change that, would that be something that you would be interested in?
Well, yeah, no, I like the way that Monica broke it down, because she was even like, she just said that like, I picked up on the like being at home, being with the kids and all that stuff. And Monica's like, no, 0. And she got financial freedom. She was feeling stuck and all that stuff. And like, this is now she's, you know, moved to another state and that the area of growth and all that stuff. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking of that, you know? So it's like, you know how
So
you guys say like you only grow as far as you in your own your own personal growth. That's how your business is going to be. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
god, I just realized, like, am I stuck like being a stay-at-home mom? Like,
Well, no, you're not. Let me answer that question. No, you're not. The only thing that we need to practice is stating this story,
right.
because you know you're set. What I'm hearing from you is that you're having a hard time building this connection or bridge between you and this person because it's not your story. Okay. And I get that. And that's why I'm saying we have to be good at sharing each other's bullets, because this way you can talk with passion. Because my 170 pounds does not resonate with everyone. Now, this person that I'm telling you came to you and said, listen, you've lost all this weight. Like, I'm super motivated by you. And like, honestly, girl, I just don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to work till I die. Like, I'm in this yo-yo. I would say, like Melody said, ask for permission. Listen, this is great verbiage. Girl, working till you die? That
Recording in progress.
That sounds, and I know you want to lose 100 pounds. So like if a couple of ways that happens, would that be valuable to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you the story. I work with a lady, Dawn. I cannot wait to introduce you. She's used to be a habitual yo-yoer, and all of a sudden she just literally bought her son a house. She's like you, girl. She used those same words, like she was gonna work till she died, and now she's like she's avoiding Social Security, or like that being her final solution. So you can do this, you know, like literally, and then go through your assessment, or like keep asking your questions. Does that make sense? Am I being clear here on what I'm trying to convey, in that like we should be able to share all of these bullets with passion, and you may not feel that right now because it's not your story, but with practice it's easier, I should
I
say.
feel no, like that's so inspiring. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to get to that level. But that's what I was saying was like, um, you know, like you're saying your personal, I'm like almost gonna cry. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I need a minute. Sorry.
I wasn't mean, was I? Was that me? Okay.
No, you weren't. It's not you.
No, I think she's connecting. She's connecting. She's understanding that there's like, and I put in the chat, it's what we're trying to do is we need to get that bridge to that gap. So they're stating their gap. And so I know Jennifer has read The Gap and the Gain, right? So, and a lot of you guys have kind of learned what that is. And you're looking for where the gap is. And then you're taking somebody's story and saying, hey, if I could show you, or if I could tell you about somebody who was already in your shoes and was able to come on the other side, would that be valuable for you? Right? Would that, and they're going to say, yeah. So that is the permission. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So I know at the beginning, even just, you know, it's hard to figure out how to connect that, but that's what it is. And then, you know, and you want to do that, but it really is, when you don't know what to say, it's asking a question. That's what we do when we don't know what to say. We just ask a question and see where they're at, you know, but just like, yeah, would that be valuable to you? Just write that down. If I could show you, would that be valuable to you? That's a great way to start it. Okay. And then they'll tell you, yeah, that'd be valuable. And that's the door opening so you can share.
Dawn, did you have something?
I was just going to say this is really cool because, you know, Jennifer shared her story, I shared my story, Dina shared her story, and what Jennifer heard Dina say was what she relates to, you know, but yet what you heard was, you probably heard more than maybe the average person heard. And maybe because I think Dina's on your team, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is she okay? So you know her a lot more, but like what we're trying to connect. And so, you know, we're going to hear the thing that we're looking to connect with. And so Jennifer did exactly what she should have, and that's what she's looking to connect with. So Jennifer, we're not like, you did nothing wrong, girl. You did exactly, like, I just heard her say a bunch of words, because honestly, that's what, like, I'm just listening. So I love that you, Monica, took it so much deeper and let us all see that, if you just stop and listen, yes, you're going to connect to certain parts, but just keep listening, because there's so much more inside of what people have to say. I think we kind of like gravitate towards what we're looking for, and then we stop because we're already thinking, okay, what are we going to say next? Or how are we going to reply to that? But just keep listening, because that's Dina's example. I mean, it couldn't have come in a better, 1, 2, 3. So it was great. I thank you. Jennifer, that was awesome. Perfect.
Yeah. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that listening is more about us, right? So you're making a very great point that we hear what is relatable to us. And part of what we're taught is to listen to what they need. So then that takes like, okay, I connect with you because I know you want to lose the 100, but I also heard that you're going to work until you die. And like, girl, listen, you're not alone. There's other people like you. And I want to just point out that the way that I listen is like a Kobe Bryant moment. I didn't want to hear. Then I listened with one ear. Finally, I listened with 2 ears. Then I listened with my whole being. But that took like bouncing the ball until I became Kobe Bryant at listening. Okay. So if you didn't hear everything that I heard, I will just say I've been here 6 years, guys. That's a long time. Lots of conversations.
No,
Okay.
I heard her story.
So
yeah.
What? I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Go ahead, honey.
I heard her story. I'm just being sales and listening and all that stuff, and yeah, just you guys keep rocking here doing your thing. You're fine. It's just yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we have enough time to go through everyone. I just wanted to make the point though about connecting dots. Okay. And I hope that we did that well. Mel gave you some great verbiage to use in order to bridge that gap. I will tell you that every time I use that, like, girl, if I could show you how to do that, would that be valuable to you? They always say yes. Okay. So remember, guys, this is our like most important season. I had slides ready for you. That's why I was so determined to get my slide up, and it didn't work. But this just says, don't give up just because you don't see immediate results. Know that each and every choice that you are making is affecting you in hidden ways, and they will add up, and big change happens over time. Okay, so your results are adding up. Everything you're doing now is for January, February, March. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this, and I'll send this to you, but this is a triggered brain. I can't handle this simple task. I feel like a doormat. I'm depressed most of the time. I just want to be alone. I can't concentrate. I can't sleep. I feel like I always have to be the vigilant, ready to take on another attack. I feel angry. I feel worthless. Okay. So if you've ever said these things, or you're going through these things and have this type of resistance throughout your day, it's just your brain being deregulated. Okay. And this is where you're going to have to parent yourself and help yourself through that. Okay. So these words, this is a brain dysregulated. Okay. This is not you. This is like something has activated a trauma center within you. And I need you to like coax yourself. And the trick is going to be to breathe. A lot of times you're shallow breathing, you're not breathing. So if you can stop and breathe for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, this dysregulation will go away and you can move on to your next task. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to show you is, I don't know if you saw the holiday sweaters that I'm suggesting that you wear. Number one, they make you super happy all the time when you put them on. And number two, I've just found that people want to say, oh, nice sweater. And like when you're in the grocery line, whatnot, it really just allows for a quick conversation connection. Oh, girl, let me add you on Facebook. I do all these recipes, or I'm going to wear more sweaters, or whatever you think of. And again, if you're not Kobe Bryant in the grocery line, that's just probably because you haven't practiced it enough. So just go like try. Okay. It gets so much easier. I promise. Every change is adding up to big things, you guys. Okay. That's all I had. It's 5:40. I don't know if
All
Mel
right.
has.
Jennifer was raising her hand, so go ahead, and the other Jennifer Powers.
Hey, I just wanted to say really quick, because I just worked through a trauma last night. And my friend had told me also, besides working through it, she said cold water shocks you back into your present self, so that your mind doesn't meander, that and wiggling your toes. So if you feel like you're losing control of your emotions and you're going down a dark rabbit hole of spiraling, drink cold water and wiggle your toes to bring yourself back to conscious state of mind, I guess.
I love that.
Yeah, awesome.
Hoff method. If you guys are interested in cold and hot water and breathing techniques, Wim Hof is famous, legendary, and it is brain regulating, bring you back to homeostasis so that you can remain calm and pumped up and energetic and full of passion. So does anybody have any quick takeaways, anything you want to share? I love you, Dawn. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for sharing, both Dawns.
I did want to say really quick, I know that we're doing takeaways, but I was really prepared for your popcorn. So I wanted to say something really quick. And I know we're trying to get off here, but the thing really I wanted to point out is I am the queen of comfort. I've come to realize that I love comforting everyone, whether that's baking for them, doing things for them, volunteering myself for them. I'm the queen of comfort. And because I'm the queen of comfort, it was so easy for me to stay in complacency, in my own comfort world. And so Optavia has helped me dream again and believe that I can go beyond those boundaries. It's teaching me to love myself first. It's making better choices, believing in myself, because I'm not enough is a big thing, and which is why I wear a ring that says I am enough every day to remind myself, and connecting with who I really am, because you know how they say you're lost and everybody debates you on, you're not really lost, you're there, but we use it because we're not sure what we are, who we are, what makes us tick, what makes us happy, where we desire to be. And those are deep diving questions that we feel lost when we don't know the answers to them. And Optavia it helps you define that and figure out what it is that motivates you, that makes you feel like you're alive again. And so that's what Optavia has brought to me.
That was beautiful. Thank you for that share.
Hey guys, this is Shannon.
Yay!
I want to say hello. I came on at 5:15, so I was a little late, but I got to hear it. I was driving down a real windy mountain, so I didn't want to say anything. I had to pay attention, but I want to thank you all for the call. It was really good.
Thank you, Shannon. She's driving all up and down the coast, you guys, greeting clients and talking about making everybody feel good. So thank you for hopping on.
No problem. Call me later, Monica.
I will, hon, definitely.
Okay.
All righty. Anything else, Dawn Purnell? You can't just have your cute little face on here and not share. I think you're the only one.
I'm not sure, guys. I'm so sorry I was late. I was actually doing a prep call. I have a new client that's starting tomorrow, and so her availability was at 5. So we, did all of that. So I'm not even sure what to share. I don't want to hold folks up, but I will share twice as much next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Do talk about it, and so we'll do that next week. Okay. We're gonna help you guys with events, getting events together monthly. Dina's great at vision boarding. We talked about that. Mel's gonna do cooking. I have seen, just so you know, people making wreaths out of food. So like cheese and like crackers, and they make wreaths, and they're having like parties making wreaths. So all kinds of ideas to get people together, you guys, if that's something you want to do. All right.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to report in. I did have my first healthy happy hour tonight. Only one person showed up. I had it all planned out. You know, I had a structure for the evening. I brought my book. She wanted to just catch up on old times, go through, you know, she literally scrolled through her phone, showing me pictures the whole time. In the meantime, I'm like going through my book with her. You know, she may not have been very open to what I was sharing, but she's going to get back on program. So we'll see how, you know, maybe next time it'll be bigger.
Of course it's going to be bigger, and you change somebody's life. So that's totally a win.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's one person, or I was going to still do it if it was 0 people. So you just got to, you know, make the decision to do it and stick with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But Dina, I want you to start working on like helping us design a vision board party, maybe even a Zoom one, like virtual for all of us, but I think would be really fun.
I'm doing one in January at my house with my workout buddies. So I'll have it structured, and then I can just do the same thing on Zoom.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You can just take
Start
that.
collecting your magazines, you guys. Start putting it out. That's a great way to start inviting people. Who's got magazines? We're going to be doing a vision board party. Who wants to come? That's a great way, because magazines are hard to come by.
Especially when you've just moved cross country. Like, I used to collect them for this type of event, but now there's different ways we can do it now too, like using Canva and doing it all online and then printing out a poster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or you
Yeah.
can go around and ask your neighbors and invite them to a
That's
vision
true.
board party and ask if they have any magazines and open it up that way too.
Mhm.
That's a fun way. This is like one I did a while ago. That's just like really clean. I don't typically work this clean, but that was a different version I was testing out.
I think this is mine from last year, just a small one,
Yeah.
just a little one. So, all right, you guys, thank you for.
Gotta go.
Yep. And then Monica, can you put your slides up in the group?
Yeah, if you want to see these, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, that way we can see,
Do
because they look good, and I was trying to read them, but it's your little small box, so we'd love to see them. So.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.